Hey everybody, Mr. Snyder here. You know, Mother's Day is right around the corner, and I was asked to show you a drawing that you might want to do for your mom or your grandma or maybe your stepmom, something that you may want to give them to show them how much you appreciate them. And so for this drawing, it's a pretty simple drawing. It requires you to use a pencil to draw with, a sheet of paper, maybe some markers or crayons or colored pencils, whatever you want to color it with. And you also need to use one of your hands, all right? And this is what the drawing looks like. And you can see where your hand comes into play here. It's a bouquet of flowers with a hand holding it, and that's your hand. Actually, this is my hand. It'll be your hand. And this is actually based off of a very famous artwork by an artist, very famous Spanish artist named Pablo Picasso. And I'm going to show you what his looked like right now. All right, so we're going to be inspired by Pablo Picasso to create our own bouquet of flowers for Mother's Day. All right, here we go. All right, to start our drawing, we are going to begin with pencil. And I'm going to turn my paper. We're going to do the hand part first. And it's basically just a tracing of a hand. So I'm right-handed. I hold my pencil with my right hand. So I'm going to trace my left hand. I want to trace it so that my hand is near what will be the bottom of the paper, so that I have room for the flowers at the top. Now this could be pretty tricky for you to do on your own, so you might need to have a grown-up or maybe an older brother or sister or somebody, preferably not mom, we want to surprise her with this, but somebody to help you trace your hand. Okay, just like that. All right, and notice that my hand is kind of open because we want it to look like we're going to be grabbing the flowers. All right, so from here, now you get to do the fun part. You get to design your flowers. And you can make your flowers however you want. You can actually look at real pictures of flowers, or you can make up your flowers from your imagination. It's completely up to you. I like to start with the center of a flower. It's almost always a circle. And then from there, I make all of the individual petals. Sometimes I add little designs inside of each of the petals. Sometimes in the center of the flower. I'm not going to worry about a stem yet. I'm just going to do the really pretty parts of the flower. Okay, I'll make one over here. And you can make as many flowers as you want. I have a pretty big hand, so I don't have as much room. And I'm going to make some pretty big flowers to go with my big hand. So I'm not going to do that many flowers. All right. Put some more designs inside here. All right. And I'm going to do one more flower. But again, like I said, you could add as many flowers as you like. No, I think I'm going to add one more. I'm going to add a rose here at the top, just like I did here. Now, here's how I made the rose. I did a swirl to start, and then I made kind of another line going around it here, and another line going around it here. Put a letter U on the bottom of it, and drew a line this way to make the rose. And then I just added some triangles at the bottom for where the stem meets the flower. The next step, I'm going to add some stems. So if I have 4 flowers, that's going to be 4 stems. And the stems are going to start at the bottom of the flower. And they're going to go through the hand. Notice that I picked up when I got to the thumb and then put it back down on the other side of the thumb. That way it didn't look like it was in front. It looked like it was behind the hand. And then I'm going to finish my stem down here. Another stem here. Between the fingers. I'm going to have one coming this way behind this flower. And then one more kind of peeking through here. Just like that. Now if you want to add some leaves, you can add some leaves on your stems. That's completely up to you. There's probably not going to be a lot of room for them. If you want to add some thorns onto the stem of your rose, you can go ahead and do that. And then, for me, my drawing is complete. So my next step is to take a Sharpie marker or a black magic marker or whatever you might have, and I'm gonna outline it. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1. All right, so there we go. We have it all outlined, and the next part is to color. All right, so before I color, one last step, I'm just gonna take an eraser and erase some of my pencil lines that I may not have gone over very well with my Sharpie marker. All right, so now we're gonna start coloring, and you can use whatever you want to color with. Crayons, colored pencils, markers. I did one earlier with paint. This one here I did with paint, but I really like the vibrant colors of the markers. So I have some markers here, and you can color this however you want. I didn't color the hand in, but you can if you'd like to. It's completely up to you. You could leave, actually in the hand, you could write a nice little message for Mom for Mother's Day. But it's up to you how you want to color it. I'm just going to color a couple little things here, and then I'll let you color the rest. Sometimes for the petals, I like to use multiple colors. So let's see here. I'm going to go with yellow and pink to start, and I'm going to color in this flower here. So I'm going to go with yellow first, and I'm going to color yellow towards the ends of each petal. And then I'm going to take this pink, and I'm going to do pink on the inside parts of the petals. Your petals can all be one color. It's your choice, your flower. Or you can do multiple colors. And then on the inside of the flower, I think I'd like to do orange for this one. So I'm going to do some orange here. Okay. I'm even going to take some red and do a little red outline, just like that. I'm not going to take some green. I have two different greens. I have this really bright green here that I like, so I'm going to do that one first. And then I'm going to take my dark green and just do a little like shadow. All right, so there's that one. I'm gonna do the rose next. I'm gonna take my red and I'm going to outline my rose with the red, maybe put a little bit more of a shadow down here at the bottom of the rose. And then I'm gonna try that pink again and fill in the rest of the rose with the pink. That red just really makes that rose pop. And again, grab my greens and do my stem, my thorns, and my leaves all in green. Again, make sure you have the same number of stems as you do flowers. If you've got 4 flowers, you don't want to have 5 stems. Something doesn't add up right there. So make sure that everything adds up. So there's that one. And then I'm going to let you figure out how you want to color the other 2. The last thing that I did, just to kind of finish it off, is I took a color and I outlined the hand and also the edge of the paper. I just thought it gave a nice little finish here at the end. Okay, so this is how you make the hand holding the flowers, and I hope you enjoy it and have some fun.